Y'all know what time it is. Saturday 28th, 1:01 p.m. We're getting this thing rolling. Time to hit it. Nice day, cool. Dallas, Texas. Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. We excited. We happy. We hitting it. The start of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network.
Welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show.
Show. We are so happy to be in the house. Oh my goodness, packed house. We have our oil expert, Miss Kimberly West. How you doing, Miss Kimberly?
I'm doing amazing.
That's what I'm talking about. We have our co-host, Spencer Bell II. How you doing, Mr. Spencer?
Doing great, doing great.
That's what I'm talking about. We have co-host, Mr. Shawn White. How you doing, Mr. Shawn?
We are here in the building, my friend. Let's get started.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get started. Well, Shawn, I know that you have some very intriguing questions for Miss Kimberly West. Let's get this party started on the road.
Absolutely, and I sure do. So, Miss Kimberly, the first topic, let's go ahead and talk about lavender. Kimberly, how to incorporate lavender into your life?
Lavender is an amazing oil. Putting on the bottom of your feet at night, it helps to incorporate sleep. And putting it in your belly button helps to relax. It also helps your skin become softer and your lips become less chapped. All kinds of amazing things.
Awesome. And why would you add lavender flower as far as to your shower?
Oh, because it smells amazing, it's deodorizing, and it's calming.
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of lavender as well. So, yeah, that's definitely great to know. So we're going to go ahead and move now as far to the second topic, which is sweet orange. Kimberly, what are the pros to sweet orange?
Well, it helps with depression. It helps with anxiety because anxiety creates negative thoughts and sweet orange creates positive thoughts.
So I do actually have a question. I do have a question about that. When you say sweet orange, and I want to make sure that I know, and I'm asking this question for the viewers and the listeners, is sweet orange an oil or is it something else?
It's an oil.
Oh, great. Okay, great. And can you buy it the same way as the other oils, as far as in a bottle? And is there a small, medium, and large, or is it only one size?
So I don't sell essential oils. I sell products made with essential oils. And so, yes, you can. I have a blog on this, and it tells you all of the products that I sell with these.
Awesome. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool. So since then we heard some pros about the sweet orange, what are some of the cons about it, if there's any?
Right, because with the essential oils, the only reason that we would think of pros and cons is because of medication, right? Because when you get told that you're going on a medication, they tell you, oh, here's the pros to it, but these are going to be your side effects. So we naturally think that there's always going to be a side effect to something. But really, the side effects of the essential oils is their components that help you to feel better, to feel more positive, to do all of those things. There is one con to it, but it's the same as in all citrus, and that is making sensitive to the skin.
Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely great to know. Kimberly, let's go ahead and talk about the series. For your blog, what kind of series will your blog be about or be on?
Right now it's on a series of Did You Know? Because most people don't know. So I just point out the short and sweet version of what different essential oils can do for you. Even not just essential oils, but I like to educate about all of the things that I use in my products, so shea butters and mangoes. So I will be having, information on those too. So people will know how amazing mango butter is, or shea butter, and where it comes from, and all of those amazing ideas and questions I know people are having.
Wonderful. And how many episodes will it be in this series?
Shawn, that is until my intuition tells me we're done. Because there's like thousands of oils, so I could go on for years. I mean, that's what I've been doing with my Good Morning. So I have lots of data. So I have no clue until my intuition tells me no.
Oh man, I love that, man. The oil expert in the house. I love that. And so I'm very excited about that blog. So you guys want to make sure that you check it out. And Kimberly, whenever you get a chance, you may want to put that link to the blog in the comments, because I think people are going to find that that's going to be an absolute awesome read. So, and of course, I'm going to be looking at it as well. So we're very excited about this blog. So congratulations on getting that started.
I'm very excited too. I've had a lot of interesting comments and people telling me that they're really loving it, and so I'm just really, really excited, because this is really what I wanted, was something that people wanted, and so I finally think that I found what it is that I can do to help people and serve people and give people the information that they need, because I'm hearing my friends already incorporate it into their life. So this is just making my heart so happy. So I'm just excited for this next journey of blogs and information that I can get out to the people. So, and I'm going to be writing a book, so you guys keep your ears peeled for that too.
Oh man, a book. Wait a minute now. I like that. And so, if you don't mind me asking, what is the book going to be about?
Well, oils and how to use oils to balance your chakras.
Oh man, I bet you our audience can't wait for that book to come out. They can't wait. So that's great. That sounds like progress. That sounds incredible. So congratulations on getting ready to start that new book. That is great. So hey, I'm so glad, so happy. Having said that, guys, we're getting ready to, I know Mr. Spencer has questions for me, but we're going to talk about that next, right after this break.
Girl, I gotta make the extra income this year.
Girl, I can use some extra cash also.
Income? I need it.
I'm retired and still can't make ends meet.
What can we do?
Let me show you how to make this money. Embassy Enterprises presents Better Income Store. That's fast learning, fast earning. College takes 2 to 4 years, 20,000 plus. We take 2 to 4 weeks and only cost hundreds. Start making money fast. Call now at 469-765-5327 or go to services at spelled out atmbc.com.
How sweet it is. I love that song, man. I love that song. We are back. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network radio and TV show. Spencer Bell II. I know you got something great going on here. I know you got some questions for me to enlighten our guests and our viewers and our listeners. Let's get it.
All right. We're going to jump into the first topic. The first topic, we're going to talk about AI. First question is, what is AI?
All right. AI is artificial intelligence. And so for anyone that don't know, that can be robots. It can be different kind of material that is making moves because you're controlling it, or software that can do things that you need done. So that is what AI is. It's artificial. It's not a real person. It's artificial intelligence.
Right. So how would a business use it?
Okay, so what you should do is you should always try to keep up with the times a little bit, right? But when you have a business where you are, when you're trying to, let's say that you're trying to teach something, right? Sometimes if you're the only one teaching, right, and if you're new in it, you're going to want to do a lot of talking and teaching on your own. But once you've been doing it for a little while, at least a year or 2 or 3, and let's say you have to do 4, 5, 6 presentations or lessons per day, it starts out fun, but before you know it, you're getting burned out. So that's where artificial intelligence comes in. I've put a couple of examples out there already. One in a post where artificial intelligence, I programmed it to say certain things, and I've put it into a presentation because they can say whatever you want. So obviously artificial intelligence isn't free, but the point is that you can make the artificial intelligence be your secretary, your teacher, your presenter, and you can make him or her, because the avatar can be whatever you want, him, her, any gender, genre, as far as color, all, you can play with that. And so tall, short, whatever. And so the key is you can preset whatever you want that avatar to say. And obviously it can teach for you because it's coming really from you, but you're setting it up to where you're not having to say it. So a business, especially a business that's presenting a presentation or teaching, which most likely everything everyone does is all about presenting or teaching. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and if you know how to use it, great, let's do it. If you don't know how to use it, I'd love to show you how. So great question, Spencer Bell II.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, it helps with a lot. And there's I think there's McDonald's that's coming out with nothing but artificial intelligence to make your food and everything. So they're super grown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay, so cool. We're going to get into the second topic about posting. Is posting on social media good?
Well, first, before I answer that question, I would like to ask Shawn White. Shawn White, with the experience that I've showed you of the AI, what do you think about it? I'd like to know your opinion.
In terms of artificial intelligence?
Yeah, kind of what I've already showed you. Let's say over this week, the things that I've showed you as far as what they can do. Tell me, what do you think about it?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. So in terms of artificial intelligence, yeah, that's something that is absolutely amazing, and you can most certainly use that in terms of incorporating with your brand. So it's just actually it's fantastic, and just like what Robert Spencer said, that is in terms of the wave of the future, because it saves you a lot of time too, especially when you're doing like a bunch of presentations. So it really helps set the stage, and it also sets you apart really from your quote-unquote competitors.
Awesome. Okay, I just wanted to know that opinion. And now to Mr. Spencer's question. He was talking about posting. He said, is posting on social media good? Absolutely. Posting on social media is good. You have to post a certain amount of time if you want brand awareness. So whether it's once a day, twice a day, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, it just depends on the time that you have. But obviously, if you want to be in the eyes of your somewhat clients, you probably want to post at least, no less than 3 times a week, but I would post at least once a day to be honest with you, but no less than 3 times a week. So yeah, posting on social media is very good. It's a must, actually, a must.
Oh yeah. Might as well use it. It's there. Might as well use it. So, what makes posting pointless in your opinion?
Okay, what makes posting pointless? Well, it depends on who's posting. So if you're posting for motivation and inspiration, there's no pointless. It's great. Posting on social media is great, just like I said on the first question. If you're posting because you just want to be social, there's no pointless. It's great. It's tremendous. Posting is great on social media because that's what social media is for, being social. But if you're a business and you're doing something in business, whatever that business may be, posting on social media becomes pointless if you don't follow up with what it's for. posting on social media as a business is about attracting those customers to what you have, no matter what it is, whether it's a life coach, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether it's whatever it is. Posting and not engaging with your client and customer base, or could be client and customer base, it makes posting pointless and dumb if you don't do the other things it take. Otherwise, you might as well just go meet people face to face and pass out cards, because if you're going to post and do nothing else, then it's pointless. If it makes you feel good, I guess it ain't point. I felt good. I posted for about 3 years. I didn't get any customers, but it felt good. But if it makes you feel good, great. But mostly a business posts to acquire new customers. So posting is only a part of it if you're a business. You have to be able to go out, engage, go out and talk to people, reach out, and of course there's a lot of methods and a lot of ways, so that's a different story of how to do it. But you have to go and engage with people, not just the ones that like, comment, and share, because sometimes people are doing that just to support you, not because they want your service, right? And so you have to actually go out and talk to people. And again, there's a way. Some people know, some don't. Most don't, really. You go out and you talk to people and engage, let them see your product and let them see who you are and show interest in what they do. Because if you go on there and show me, it's all about you, then people are going to feel like, okay, because they have something too. Most people on there, that's not about just posting about, again, somebody with motivation, inspiration, that's one, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Somebody posting about something social because they care about it, that's cool too. But when you're talking about a business, if you only show this is what I do and blah, 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 and that's it, sooner or later it's going to show nothing but selfishness, being selfish. So the only way that you can show somebody care is you have to really look at what they do as well. I'm not talking about going to spend money on everybody's stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying showing care. Care means if they're posting something, it doesn't hurt you to like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. And then if you're really trying, like if you're trying to meet someone, let's say that you're talking to them about your business. Well, it doesn't hurt to say, well, what do you do? And listen to what they have, and totally listen, not to just help them get back to what you listen to what they're doing. It's a total engagement. It really what it take. So if you don't do those things, if it's all about posting and never talking to a person, getting to know a person, seeing who they are, what they like, what they do, what business they're in, is pointless. Shawn, why? You got anything else you want to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the absolute truth. I mean, it's really, by the end of the day, it's really all about, I would say, like a give and take, and it's really about just meeting people. I mean, truly, because if you are just all about you, and where you can get out the situation, then a lot of people are going to go ahead and sense that, and they're just going to repel against you, which I see that a lot, especially on social media. So it's really all about, getting to know people online as well as offline, and that's what really makes the business grow instead of just one way, because you have to use all facets.
All right. Well, I guess Spencer Bell is back on you, brother.
All right. Everything that all the information we just received is a perfect segue for the next thing about customers. And then it is, why is talking to customers so important? I think you've super touched on it.
Well, actually, this part of it is a little different, but a part of it is something that I touched on. But why is it so important to talk to customers? Because stop for just a second and think about yourself just for a minute. and really dig deep into yourself right now. I mean, everyone listening, everyone on this show right now, and everyone that's listening or watching on Facebook Live or radio, just think about what you want and what you do and when you post and what do you want out of it. Just think about it for a minute. Think about when you post, what do you want out of it? When you're posting something about any part of your business, I'm sure you want people to engage it, to like it, to comment and share, and maybe you can, get a customer. That's why you post normally. If you're a business now, again, not talking about those other people. As a matter of fact, prime example of somebody that posts inspiration and motivation is Spencer Bell. I love when he posts those things in Instagram. I wish I could see more of it in Facebook. Spencer, post some there too, but I always like it because it's inspiring stuff. He's could you say your name is Black Necron, right?
Yes, Black Necron.
Yeah. So when you post
Nekron.
Gotcha. So when you post that stuff, I love it because there's always a place on social media for motivation, inspiration, and then quotes. So that's a totally different thing. That's great and that's wanted 100%. But as it pertains to a business, anything you're selling or wanting people to engage with, think about how you feel when you post that stuff. You feel like you took your time out, you have posted something that you care about deeply, right? And imagine, most of the time, somebody else is not going to always think so deeply about what you posted, right? But think about how you feel when a person does like, comment, and share, especially when it's consistent, like you see me do. Right? Like you see Shawn do. When you see like, comment, and share consistently, it makes you feel good. You may not say it, but you feel good. And when somebody reaches out and say, hey, tell me more about that, I may want to get some, you're excited. Or tell me about your book, I want to buy it, you're excited. Or tell me about NBC's list, I want to get on it, you want to buy it. Or tell me about your life coaching, I need some life coaching, you're excited. Imagine that feeling. Now, let's give that feeling to another person. Think about the other person. If you can do that, you'll become more successful because people start feeling like you really do care. So I had to explain that. So tell me what do you think about that, Mr. Spencer?
It's awesome, man. It right on point, bullseye all day.
Okay, cool.
So how should you focus on them as far as the customers?
Okay, I'm glad you said it. So even though I gave you a piece, I didn't give you this side of it. So how should you focus on them? And I do know that Shannon Hudson brought this up in a little bit when she calls it a system, which she gets this from this book called Atomic Habits. And so you should have a system in place, and the system in place to engage other people is kind of what I do on and off all day. Is just whenever I have time. Maybe I'm in line at the store, or I'm in line at the bank, or I just finished a job, and I may spend a minute or two when I first get into the car, and I'll look and see who posted stuff. Then I'll like the first 4 or 5 people I see. I'll comment quickly, and I'll share one or two of them because I don't have time to share every one of them. So I share one or two. That takes me 1 minute, 2 tops. And then I don't look at it no more. And then I go do my thing, blah, 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 blah. Then an hour, 2, 3 hours later, I'm doing something else. Before you know it, let me look at my phone. I'm seeing if I got a message. So you should put a system in place to say, okay, let me look at other people now. Because, again, everybody's not going to come back and do the same. All right, because most people post and only think about what they're doing, and an amateur don't know that part because most people just post and they don't think about it. But a professional that really does it and really is doing well with it, they notice when a person is not posting or a person is not engaging. And then what most people will do then is, well, they're not engaging with me, so I'm not going to engage with them. It's always that kind of stuff. And so me personally, I don't even pay attention mostly to who responds to what I post. Most of the time, I could care less. I want to be special. The only way that I'm going to be special is I'm going to like, comment on everybody's stuff that I can see. Of course, I can't spend a whole hour doing it, so I'll spend 5 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day, like, comment, sharing, posting of whatever I see. And I don't normally look back and see if they like my stuff too. No, I didn't look at it. I don't care until, let's say, maybe one day, if me and that person is in a conversation and we're talking about, hey, you need to do this more because I didn't see any like, I rarely bring that up. So I'm very excited, really, man, that you brought that up. That was a heck of a question. But I would like to ask Miss Kimberly, while you're on, Miss Kimberly, how do you get a chance to focus on, let's say, your would-be customers? How do you get a chance to focus on them a little?
So a lot of my customers are I'm connected not through social media because I've just found that that's not always the best way for me because not everybody sees what it is that I post or whatever the case might be because of the algorithm. And so I really just stay connected with emails and so then people who go onto my website and they put their email address, they get all of my notifications. They also, if they put their address in there, they get a free chat click too. So that is how I build my customer base is word of mouth and through my website and email. There for a long time I didn't think that email was all that important until now. Email is super, super important, and I have mass emails from all of my customers, so I'm just glad that I actually have that to back me up when it comes to all the social media stuff, because you need to have a backup. Just remember that too, that you should have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. That social media just isn't going to get there if you're not connecting with everybody. If you're not connecting with them off social media, getting into their inbox, really communicating with them, and becoming a service to them. That's what I found. Becoming a service to people, helping them out, giving them things that, ideas of things that you already sell. It doesn't matter. Because if they like the idea, then they're going to come back for the stuff they can't do. So that's just what I remember for myself, and that's what I apply to my business and how I get the word out of what it is that I do.
Awesome. I love it. Nice answer. I love it. Perfect. Okay. We're going to get ready to move on to Mr. Shawn White. And before that, you know what's up. Commercial break. Right back. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Hi, I'm Kimberly West, and I have a passion for essential oils. Do you have pain from arthritis, fibromyalgia, back pain? Have you had a few kids? Well, I suffer with a lot of these, and so when I found essential oils, it changed my world. I have fibromyalgia. I've had 4 kids. And I have a disc degeneration issue in my back, and I have scoliosis. And today, I wake up in the morning almost virtually pain-free. I'm not saying that that's going to be you, but I can say that I have been doing this for 4 years, and my pain has improved. So if you think that this is something that could help you, please, I have a passion for it. I have a desire for it. And I'm going to make sure that the things that go on top of your skin are going to be completely all natural and completely organic. My name is Kimberly West, and I have a passion for essential oils. Thank you so much for listening.
You're running? Don't have time? Contact Helen for all your fashions and designs. Wait, you worry about time? I can do your fashions and your designs. One more thing, let me tell you. I stitch and I sew. Make your garments from your head to your toe. Just call me Fashions and Designs by Helen. Fashions and Designs by Helen. My heart with you in mind, so don't worry about time. When you say fashions, creations come to my mind. I am waiting on what you want to do. I create fashion looks just for you. Fashions, fashions, fashions is my name. Creation is my fame. Fashion and creation together. Don't worry, just call Helen. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I can see you in my fashion standing tall. Wait, you say fashions, that's my name? You say creations, that's my game? Can I tell you my whole company's name? Ideal Fashions and Designs by Helen. 214-732-3545. Call me. I have just what you need. And spread cheer from my fashions and designs.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed. But I keep my head down, cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me, cause it's my conquest. And I'm never gonna rest, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over. Cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. Yeah. I'ma blow. Yeah, I'm impatient, I don't ever slow up. I stay young, no, I never grow up. I keep working to the point I throw up. And if you cross me, it was good to know ya. I'm impatient, I don't ever slow up. I stay young, no, I never grow up. I keep working to the point I throw up. And if you cross me, it was good to know ya. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not the type to take no for an answer. I don't deal with people that are like a cancer. No, instead I hang with the people that enhance ya. And I'm not the type to give out second chances. I just wanna work on my own for myself. I don't need no help, not anybody else. Nah, man, I got it dealt. I'm working on my wealth and I'm working on my health. Keep on working to excel, cause I'm working on myself, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over. Cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow. Yeah.
how sweet it is. I love that song too. Let's stir these hot grits. You know what's next. Shawn White in the house. Let's hit it, Shawn White. Let's talk about catalytic and hypnotherapy. What does that mean, my brother?
Yeah, so what that means in hypnotherapy, catalytic is more so of a state of being relaxed. Anytime when a person is in hypnosis, what I mean by catalytic, that means that as far as you're in a very relaxing, calm state, and thus it's more so that you have it's more like a floating sensation or a floating feeling, and it's more so a feeling like that you're on cloud 9.
Cloud 9, man. I like being on cloud 9 now. So, what benefits can a person get from this? And it's okay to elaborate, brother. Elaborate.
Yeah, so one of the many benefits of that, when a person's in a catalytic state, they're more relaxed, they're more comfortable, especially too if they've been very stressed or been dealing with a lot of anxiety, and which all of us know, especially in this day and age, with technology and with our very busy schedules, a lot of people are very much, stressed and they have high anxiety. So when you're in that catalytic state, what it does, it really gives you a sense of deep relaxation. And a lot of people appreciate that as well. And it's man, it's almost like the feeling of your cow garden, when you're taking a nice, deep, hot bath and you're feeling nice and relaxed. You get that same euphoric feeling when you're in that catalytic state.
Man, that is absolutely awesome. Okay, let's get into public speaking. What is a good rule of thumb when speaking to the audience?
A good rule of thumb is when you're speaking to an audience, you want to have a system. You want to be able to have the intro, for an example, the plot, because you're telling a story. So you don't want to sound as being boring, but yet you want to captivate your audience. You want to give them eye contact. You really want them into the story because you are the storyteller. So you have, as far as the ability to really move your audience and captivate them in such a way that you become unforgettable. And that is a great rule of thumb as far as in public speaking.
Oh, man, I love it. And I'm going to do something you asked me to do. You remember I told you I was going to show you the rings? I'm showing you the rings, brother. The Dr. James TV Network ring. Check it out. I'm putting it on the screen right now just for you. The Dr. James TV Network ring. You see it? Get it. That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I had to do, I almost forgot about it. So I brought it up for you, baby. How many seconds should you look at a person?
In public speaking, when you're speaking to an audience, ideally, because the audience is in sections. So you want to give at least, I would say, 8 to 10 seconds when you're looking at a certain section per audience, and you want to be able to establish that eye contact, which is very, very important. So 8 to 10 seconds ideally before you look to the next person as you're doing your speech and your presentation, because you want everyone to be included. Because if you do that a little bit longer, it gets kind of creepy, right? So and that also applies to if you're doing a live stream or as well as on a Zoom. You want to be able to use that same principle.
Let's get into body gestures. How should you stand when speaking with your audience?
Stand straight, ladies and gentlemen. You want to stand straight. You want to have your hands down. Using your hands, because I know with most people, they love to talk with their hands. You just want to be very careful on how you're using your hands. If you're making an exaggerated point or a point that you want to highlight, it's okay to use both hands. But overall, throughout the course of your presentation, using just one hand is totally fine. Yes, that's totally fine. You want to avoid something which is known as a double gesture, when you're constantly using both hands all the time, because now it becomes a distraction, and your audience is not paying attention to your message, but rather to your hands.
So is it a great idea to use your hands a lot when speaking?
It depends. It depends on what you're trying to highlight. Again, you want to avoid the double gestures. For myself, because I love using my hands a lot, especially when I'm doing my live streams, if you haven't noticed, I tend to use one of my hands often if I'm making a point or a reference or telling a story or I want them to visualize or imagine something. I will use both of my hands because it's an indicator I want them to follow along. But I'm very conscientious of using both of my hands, if you notice.
Awesome. I love it. Let's move on to Spencer Bell II. Spencer, we got some good topics here, brother. Let's talk about food. I do want to ask you, do you like pasta or chicken better?
Well, it's always chicken, always. Pasta, I have stuff like that every once in a while. Chicken, I always have chicken, whether it's, chicken sandwich or fried chicken or baked chicken. So, et cetera. It's like, list goes on and on. But yeah, chicken all day.
Well, I was going to ask you, actually, I'm glad you said that. What kind of chicken is best that you like, fried or baked or grilled or barbecued? What's your favorite and why?
My favorite is probably barbecued or grilled. It just seems like it's of course it depends on who cooks it. It just makes like a perfect type of dish for me, with some baked beans on the side and stuff like that. So yeah, probably barbecue chicken and grilled is bomb because you can use it however you want in so many ways if you know how to cook it right. So yeah, big time grilled or barbecue chicken.
Awesome. Okay, what's the healthiest food that you like?
Well, probably broccoli. I love broccoli. I can eat broccoli like every single day. That's like my all-time favorite food. Broccoli for the most part. I eat it like by itself. I eat it marinated with rice on the side and stuff like that. So probably broccoli the most. I like carrots and stuff like that too, like cooked carrots, mixed vegetables, corn, stuff like that. But I love broccoli though. Broccoli is my number one.
I love broccoli too because I'll put it in ranch. How about you?
You know what? That's like every once in a while type of thing. Usually I always have broccoli like marinated, or maybe like mixed with some rice or something, maybe a little bit of soy sauce or something like that. But yeah, broccoli, man, you can't go wrong with it, whether it's raw or whether it's cooked. It's great.
Gotcha. Let's get into your book. How many purchases from the audio so far?
So far, it's kind of hard to tell because of so many different platforms. I'll have to check deeper on that because it doesn't get like the overall stats because it's like, the way it's separated. It's like separated on every platform, so I have to check the platform. I know that I made it like a few sales so far, and so it keeps growing and still being distributed.
Okay. Have you done a book signing yet?
No, I haven't. That's like a plan in the future. Like once I make it international, when I make the book international, I'll be able to jump on book signings and stuff like that.
Cool.
For the major book spots, like maybe Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, stuff like that.
Cool. Let's talk about platforms. Which is your favorite platform to post on?
Probably. If anything, Instagram, if that's what you're talking about, right? Social media platform.
Right.
Probably Instagram. It's like probably Instagram. It seems like it's like a simple thing. You put something together, and then you can make it message or whatever message you want to send. You can make it display. You can design it however you want, the message that you want. All my messages that I post on Instagram that you was talking about earlier is like I have like different apps and I can design different messages and quotes because every single day I try to think of some type of positive thing to put up there, to keep the mind fresh, and it also helps me too. So it's very therapeutic, and if someone else might be going through something, they can, if they're following me, they'll be able to see the same message. So it'll help people with being using their thoughts and being thought provoking in that aspect.
Which one gives you the most results?
Probably Instagram, Facebook. I like I said, you was telling me earlier that I need to start posting more and stuff like that. So right now, just been Instagram. I need to jump on Facebook more and post more. So probably Instagram. I've been getting like new people every day I've never seen in my life, never heard of. So it all depends on the tags and stuff like that. That's what I like about Instagram. You put the hashtags and stuff, and you reach your target audience.
How sweet it is. I love it. Man, this show is great, man. This show was jam-packed, a lot of knowledge, a lot of info. We have reached the end of our show on this great Saturday, and I hope everybody is safe and fine and having fun, and that's what life is about. You guys go out there and have a great Saturday and have a fun Saturday, a relaxing Saturday, a prosperous Saturday, making money Saturday, whatever Saturday you want it to be. Let's make it a Saturday. How you like that, Shawn White?
Absolutely loving it. Loving it.
Kimberly, how you like that?
I love it, dude. Let's go out and do this. Let's make it such an amazing day. And don't forget to make sure that you're laughing, because a 10-year out there doing it 10 times more than you.
I love it. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and listening to Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same channel, and God bless you.